How about y'all watching the Andy Griffith Show next on this station? I appreciate it.
Hello, and welcome to Pilot Sessions, Episode 6. This particular show is iconic. A couple characters are super iconic, even some sayings. And for me, this was an after-school staple, along with Leave It to Beaver, The Brady Bunch, Donna Reed, because she was from Iowa, and she actually had a film festival that was near where I grew up. Gilligan's Island, and to a lesser extent, Good Times, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Dennis the Menace, and The Jeffersons. What separates Andy Griffith from the others, I still watch it today, and it holds up so well. I'll rewatch Gilligan's Island, and it's great for nostalgia, but one ep, and I'm done for a while. TBS and WGN, the two superstations, always played the Andy Griffith Show. In fact, TBS routinely had Andy Griffith marathons. I remember Super Saturday Andy, they had Super Bowl ones, 4th of July.
And I'm Nick Charles for Fred Hickman saying, see y'all down at the old fishing hole.
Now, Andy Griffith had been a successful stand-up comedian as well as an actor before beginning the show, and he had fully expected to be the main funny character on it, and in the first few episodes even performed some of his stand-up routines. However, when Don Knotts became such a popular favorite as Deputy Barney Fife, Griffith decided for the good of the show to let Knotts be the main character figure and let Sheriff Taylor react to him as his straight man. Now, the episodes ran 26 minutes back then. Andy Griffith lasted 8 seasons, 249 episodes. It premiered on October 30th, 1960. And the show's creator I find fascinating because he's iconic. Now, Sheldon Leonard is a name that you might notice if you've watched a lot of classic shows because he was the creator of The Andy Griffith Show, The Danny Thomas Show, Gomer Pyle, The Dick Van Dyke Show, I Spy with Bill Cosby, which was basically groundbreaking from the standpoint it was the first dramatic show with a black co-lead. Not only is he credited with shaping the sitcom format as we know it today with multi-camera setup, character-driven humor, and serialized family stories, the thing that blew me away about him is he's actually was an actor before he moved behind the scenes. In fact, the movie that I've seen more than any other, It's a Wonderful Life, because it's kind of a tradition to see it every Christmas time, he plays Nick the bartender. That is Sheldon Leonard, playing Nick, who unceremoniously removes the film's heroes George Bailey and Clarence from his own drinking establishment, Nick's in the fictitious Bedford Falls. Get me! I'm giving out wings! And not only that, if you look at one of the most popular comedies the last 20 years, The Big Bang Theory, there's two characters that are roommates, Leonard and Sheldon. The two were named after the iconic television showrunner, producer, director, writer, and one-time actor, Sheldon Leonard. Okay, I wanted to quick insert this because I forgot to mention it. I stumbled across a couple of cool things during my various office spaces in Hollywood during my 2+ decades, but this is the coolest. It's a 10-set TV set with Andy, Barney, Opie, and Gomer called Men of Mayberry that was sent to TV critics to promote the show. And here's the best part. I found it in my filing cabinet in my office. And later, having to get a tape that had fallen behind the cabinet, I found this label, Stephen J. Cannell Productions. If you've watched 70s, 80s primetime, you'll recognize this name, Stephen J. Cannell. For others, you might remember this iconic art card that he would play at the end of his episodes. Some of his shows, my favorite, 21 Jump Street, The A-Team, Rockford Files, later seasons and TV movies, plus Hardcastle and McCormick, and The Greatest American Hero. I can't remember the pilot, and I don't know how much it gets played in the syndication cycle. I am curious to see how much Barney is involved in it. I thought initially he wasn't, because I know he called Andy Griffith, I've heard interviews many times, he called Andy Griffith and said, you need a deputy. Well, what he had seen was they basically tried the Andy Griffith show where Danny Thomas in the vehicle, in the structure of his show, gets pulled over in Mayberry, and that's where we get introduced to Andy Griffith.
Count, I'm telling you, you picked on the wrong guy this time, Clem.
Name ain't Clem, it's Andy. Andy Taylor.
And they did some recasting because I think Aunt B was different, but I think Opie was in there. But that's what Barney Fife basically came about because luckily Don Knotts was watching it, had been friends with Andy Griffith, and gave him a call. And the iconic Barney Fife was born. Now, I know Andy and Barney initially called themselves cousins, but was later changed to friends, so I'm curious to see if the cousins comes about in the pilot. I also know that they were hesitant to say that Mayberry was in North Carolina, which later they did Mount Pilot and Raleigh, but they initially called it like Mayberry, USA, and tried to leave it generic. They also softened the southern drawl, evolving the kind of hillbilly to a southern gentleman for Andy Griffith. So I'm curious to see if Andy sounds a little more hillbilly in the pilot.
All right, I've blabbed enough. 3 quick notes before we start this pilot session for the Andy Griffith Show. 1, while researching, I discovered a TV Guide issue from 2004 listing the 50 best TV dads. Andy Taylor ranked number 8, ahead of Mike Brady from the Brady Bunch, but 1 spot behind Steve Douglas from My 3 Sons. 2, the open where Andy and Opie walk by the lake with their fishing poles is actually located in Beverly Hills in Franklin Canyon Park. The lake is actually a reservoir, the Upper Franklin Canyon Reservoir. I watched an old interview, and this is one of the favorite things for little Ron Howard to do, was when they could get off the lot and go on location, especially in that park, because when they weren't filming, he was off being a kid, riding his bike, skateboarding, and discovering hiking trails. 3, the theme song is titled The Fishing Hole, and actually it has lyrics. Andy Griffith is singing, and the original plan was to use the singing of Andy Griffith on the open instead of the whistling.
What a fine day to take a stroll and wander by the fishing hole.
But a later passage, they heard the whistling done by Earl Hagen on the song, who also composed the song, and when the minds got together, Andy, Sheldon, and the CBS suits, the whistling felt right.
TV magic. Let's go to Mayberry, October 3rd, 1960, titled The New Housekeeper.
About you, man and wife. Give her a little kissy. That's right.
That was ADR.
Get
Here's the rice.
Not the box, just the content. Underhand.
About her.
You raised me when I wasn't no bigger than you. Done a pretty good job, too.
She walked on the moon. Man, they put a lot of dialogue in the mouth of a 6-year-old to start a series. It's a lot of faith.
I hope I want you to stop saying that.
Well, I won't. I ain't gonna love no one side through.
So. Uh-oh. It's even this music. I think they did away with that. Well, he's got a little grapefruit in his head.
I'm making a whole breakfast.
Well, you sure are, and doing a fine job, too.
Is that Bert or is that Ross? Is this Opie?
Goodness, you know, you're the spitting image of your pa when he was your age. Well, it'd be just like raising you all over again.
Go on now, give her a little sugar. Give her some good.
Oh.
You tell me you're gonna take a bath on a volunteer basis?
Now, don't you make fun
Ooh,
of
a
him,
bath?
Andy. He's a nice boy, Andy.
Remind me to check you when we get upstairs just to see if you're the same boy that I
You a grown boy!
Rose made it different.
I'll get us some coffee, Andy.
Uh-oh.
All right.
And B's feelings are gonna be hurt.
And to think I was glad when you learned to talk.
Oh, boy. I'll slap you upside the
I'll
head.
help you, Aunt B. Hey, Dick, you'd like to have a nice big piece of watermelon for dessert.
Yeah. My bird
Sweat the flannel.
my
Gonna
dog
go chop some wood there, Andy?
Barney Fife, my white mouse, and Cherry and Tommy and
Uh-oh.
Billy.
And B's gonna hear.
My snake. Amen. I forgot somebody very important.
Let's say anything
God
about
bless Rose, even though she ran
Rose.
off and got married.
Aunt B's hurt.
You're running away, and then you do.
You mean to tell me that's all there is to it?
That's all, Opie.
But I don't know how to ride.
That's a problem.
You are really bound to run away. I'll write a note for you.
You will?
Yes, sir. What is it you want to leave?
Right away.
Oh, nice is Andy.
How long was you figuring on staying? Never mind, that stands to reason. If you run away, you run away forever.
Paul, what are you talking about? Why won't I ever see you again?
Me again.
Well, that stands to reason. You've run away, and I'm right here. Now, how are we gonna see one another?
No.
They come up and meet your pole halfway. 8B, you got one?
Oh, here we go. Don't lose the pole.
Yeah, reel him in, 8B.
Come on, Aunt B.
8B is a sportsman, and she's trying to give that fish every chance. You nearly lost your pole.
Come on, Aunt B. Ah! She's crazy.
That's your 8B. Sportsman all the way. We're home. You ready for bed?
Opie, a tired boy.
Paul, Dickie's gone.
Oh, the bird's gone. No.
He is. Oh, Opie, you left the cage open.
No, I didn't.
Morning, maybe I...
Oh, boy. Aunt B's got thin skin.
To wake him, Andy. I'll just peek in.
Oh, Aunt B's gonna leave.
I wish you wouldn't leave, Aunt B. Maybe if you'd give him a little more time.
No, Andy, it's much better this way. He's going through a very, very hard time. I know. I think we better get going.
I never remember them having a pickup truck.
Don't go on, B. I don't want you to. I want you to stay.
You mean it, Opie?
Sure. She goes. What'll happen to her? She doesn't know how to do anything. She'll be helpless.
Get a line and I'll get a pole, honey.
So gonna be a little button hook.
You get a line and I'll get a pole. We will.
Give the pilot, I give it a solid 7. But in terms of ranking it where it compares to what Andy Griffith's show becomes, I'd give it like a 4.5 because Andy Griffith just got better and better and better. And the crazy thing is, I think the first episode, or the first season had like 38 episodes. I mean, it's crazy the number of episodes that they cranked out. I mean, a lot of shows today, I remember when the HBO first started going with the shows and the originals and The Sopranos is getting all the accolades, and the network producers would say, well, of course it does well. They only produce 13 episodes a season. We're doing like 24, 25. And then you look back and you think of the Andy Griffith show. I'm going through right now. Let's see, 31, 30. Ooh. So the first season, there was 32 episodes. 24, 25 maybe episodes, like by the 90s and even like the 80s. And then season 2 at 31. Season 3 at 32, season 4 at 32. So, I mean, they were cranking. I mean, to do that many episodes, that's a long, long season. So I enjoyed it. I felt maybe it's a little forced with all of a sudden Opie's running out. No, don't leave, Aunt B. Should be a hope. And they turned it to be kind of funny with saying she'd be helpless. She doesn't know how to catch frogs. She doesn't know how to play baseball or fish. But, yeah, I didn't really see a lot of Barney yet. I'd be interested to see, where he kind of really started to hit his zone, because I know he really became obviously one of the most popular characters. And today, he's just iconic. Nip it in the bud.
Nip it in the bud!
It was fun. It was fun seeing, it's just funny that I guess the thing that surprised me about the pilot episode was how much dialogue, and to put that much weight of the show on the pilot episode on a 6-year-old boy, it just shows you the faith they had and the talent Ron Howard was as a childhood actor. So It was good.
I think what the pilot really is missing is its star player Barney Fife, not fully formed yet, and the supporting cast. The town adds so much richness and humor to the show. You got Floyd the barber, Otis the town drunk, cousins Goober and Gomer Pyle, plus Andy and Gomer's best girls, Helen Crump and Thelma Lou. Plus you have these characters that just kind of pop up for a couple of episodes that are hilarious. Alan Hale Jr., who played the skipper on Gilligan's Island. And you have the wild hillbilly, Ernest T. Bass. The beat goes on and on and on.
I'm not sure where we're going to go, but got plenty of interesting shows still to dissect, obviously. We've just started, we haven't even started to scratch the surface yet. Pilot Sessions, Episode 6, that was October 3rd, 1960. The Andy Griffith Show, iconic to this day.